It's another glorious day on the farm. This is a field here we call Pit Field, and I'm on here today because we've got a corner of this field we're going to pull up, which is where I am now. We don't farm this field, it's just basically put into a stewardship mix, a conservation zone. This is all going to have to be pulled up, which I'm in now, and we're going to plant a new bird mix basically. There are quite a lot of roots on this piece of grass, so I'm hoping it will pull up well, but it is going to be a bit messy. There's a lot of tree roots on there, which is going to be a nuisance. Anyway, this is the sugar beet here. We have had a little bit of disease in the sugar beet this year. It's still got a fair bit of growing to do. We're going to hopefully harvest this in January time, so it'll be 2022 December/January, so 2021, 2022 by the time it gets harvested. And this will go to the sugar mill, which is just over that side, and it's called the Cantley Sugar Beet Factory, for anyone who didn't know. It's been quite badly diseased this year. I don't know if you can have a look at that down there. It's just one of those things. They are getting more resistant, the sugar beet varieties, but we are having more and more, as every year goes by, more and more problems with diseases. So just having a look at the sugar beet before we do the cultivating. Despite the disease, we will get hopefully a good yield and make the quota, because we have to make the quota in order to be able to grow sugar beet every year. The quota is normally about 1,000 tonnes of sugar beet a year to the factory. Just on the field opposite, they're harvesting the potatoes today, but their machine has been breaking down. Something has eaten the top of this, either a deer or a hare or something has nibbled the top. There you go. And we've started to get some regrowth. We do have a little bit of a problem with the deers and with pests eating the sugar beet and the barley as well, but for the most part we've still got a crop, so that's the most important thing. The problem I've been having this year, when I rip up this established grassland, where the grass is grown, you get this root structure which is all, you know, it's good for the worms. These little things down here, look, brilliant for them. They're having a great time. It does make the soil very difficult to pull up, and that's why I took the discs out the back of the machine, because what was happening is I was getting this snowballing effect when I was pulling up this established land. It was all bunging up and then getting caught in the discs at the back. Now it doesn't get bunged up so much. I think we'll just adjust the top link. I need to get the cultivator nice and level. See that, give that a go. Looking back to the tractor, I've noticed we've got some mushrooms. I don't want to eat them, otherwise Olly's farm would be a bit crazy. Back in the day, many years ago along here, they dumped a load of rubbish here, like rubble and stone and stuff like that. And whenever I work this corner of the field, there's always something I pull up. Like, there you go, an old cattle drinker or metal troughs or just some old rubble or something. There's always something which gets caught in the cultivator. Well, that's that job done, and we'll come back here later on in the year, in springtime, well, start of next year, and we'll drill this with a new crop. Some new flowers. Just on the way back to the yard, that's a piece of land I just worked up where we had the old spuds, the early ones, and then this is where the main crop are. And as you can see at the moment, the potato company have got their self-propelled potato harvester in, a Grimmy Veritron, and they've had some problems with the stalks this year, with topping the stalks off. That is a beast, that machine. And New Holland, blue against green and yellow, huh? New Holland T7, very nice. I've just realised, when we went through that rough ground, I've bust 3 legs, just the bolts, but we'll have to get some new bolts on. That's a nuisance. I was just on the last bit. That's a bloody thing. I've got some spare bolts in the shed I can put through there. That's where those rocks were. If you have a look at the tops, they're just a little bit too low, and the machine has struggled to flail off the, well, what's essentially, it's like rope, the potato tops. I think they've now changed the discs on the machine so that they can reach these tops, but it's not easy because with these tops on and that Veritron self-propelled potato harvester, it bungs up on our light land. Look at the size of that thing. Tracks, reduce compaction, and hopefully I don't think they get stuck as easy with the tracks, apparently. There's the webs. I was looking for some potatoes for dinner tonight. Perfect. Lovely jump. That'll do me. That'll do me lovely. I might have bangers and mash tonight, actually. Look at these margins. I mowed these earlier in the year. Lovely job. Just need to take these branches out this winter. Might ask Alan Collier with a tree shear on their excavator to do it for me. You don't need to go to the supermarket on the farm. You just have a look at a potato harvester. You don't have to be a rocket scientist here to work out what's happened. This is where the machine, that big Veritron potato harvester's bunged up. This is what they were trying to harvest. And unfortunately, there's just too much of this stuff. This ropey, viney looking stalks which are off the potatoes. They should have been flailed off earlier. So this is their front mower they've got out now, so it's a slightly different one to what they had yesterday. Hopefully it's doing a better job. Yeah, I just spoke to the chap in the tractor there and he said the same thing. He said that really they should have been topped off 5 or 6 weeks ago. But anyway, at least they're going to get the harvester in tomorrow and harvest the rest of those potatoes. I've got to find out a way now to get these back down. They're blooming solid in there, these legs. I have to get a sledgehammer. You've got to get the holes perfect, otherwise the bolts are difficult to go in. Come on. Well, I've got some bolts in the workshop, but they're the wrong ones. I'm going to have to, it means another trip out to Nicholson's to go and get the right bolts. So I'll probably head off to get them earlier on in the morning when they open. That's such a shame, but I'm happy that, on the other hand, the bolts have done their job and actually broken the legs and not the actual machine. That's the whole purpose. If you go over some difficult terrain, the bolts shear, they drop out, and then you don't have a broken Pottinger. I'd rather it was an inconvenience of £20 worth of bolts than actually damaging the machine. Brought my cultivating stage to a halt. I'll knock the rest of those ones out, and then we'll be well away. God, what a funny, strange day it's been. So I've been cultivating this morning for some other farmers, and then also went to do the cultivating, as you saw on the stewardship track. Damaged my cultivator, saw the potato men, they are having troubles as well. So tomorrow morning we'll get some new bolts for that cultivator. The potato gang will be able to harvest the rest of the potatoes, and then we'll be cracking on with some more winter jobs. It's just one of those things in farming. You get mishaps, you get things broken, things break. It's just one of those things. But you've just got to be positive and just keep on pushing through. Keep on a-troshing, as somebody commented in yesterday's video, which did make me smile. So enjoy your day, whatever you're up to. Be positive, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video when we're fixing the cultivator.